paramasukadam kevalam jnanamurtim dvandvatitam gagana sadrusham tattvamasya dilaksham ekam nityam vimalamachalam sarvadi sakshi bhutam bhavatitam trigunarahitam satgurum tam namami. Nithyanandam, and welcome to this very exciting webinar, Shuddhadvaitam, the gateway to extraordinary powers. A lot of us might be wondering what exactly powers are, especially anyone who's coming here learning about all of this for the first time. In the outside world, before we're familiar with someone extraordinary like Sadashiva himself, the powers we typically hear about are the powers that are considered science fiction. They're things that we see only in television shows, in movies, in comic books. We might hear about someone who has a mutation brought on from some external factor, like the famous Spider-Man. He's bit by a radioactive spider, and suddenly he can do things like produce a web from his hand or scale a building. We've also heard of powers expressed by manipulating matter, by creating something, like the fictional Iron Man. He makes himself a jetpack, and using that he can fly. We also might hear about someone who has powers that they're born into, but yet again, it always comes to us in the format of something fictional. We'll hear about someone like Harry Potter or Matilda, who are born with these magical powers, but it's something that nobody can understand why, even in those fictional worlds. It's something like an anomaly. When we think about powers in the terms of real life, something that actually physically manifests, that physically happens, the powers seem a little bit different and again anomalous. We've all heard stories about a mother who can suddenly exhibit some extraordinary strength when she sees her child in danger. The news is sometimes filled with stories. Something like a mother's child is trapped under a car, and even though she can't usually lift even 50 kilograms, she can lift that ton of steel to free her child. We hear about things like these and we think of them as happening once in a while in extreme situations, extreme circumstances, but we never usually think of these as things that can be reproduced. Maybe those who are blessed to be Hindu have heard of other kinds of powers besides just the science fiction or the anomalies. But even then, we typically hear powers from the context of siddhis. Siddhis meaning powers that people strive for, do tapas for, do some kind of extreme ritual in order to achieve. These siddhis, we hear of things like standing on one leg for 40 years, or keeping the hand in the air, letting the fingernails grow until that hand becomes basically useless as a hand, in order to have just a glimpse of third eye awakening, or just one small taste of what it is to be able to move matter with the mind. When we hear about these siddhis, they often come with a cautionary warning. Don't try to manifest this, don't try to develop this, because it's going to raise your ego, or it's going to make it so that you're separated from enlightenment, because you'll be so caught in the power. When we hear about powers in the outer world, it's usually just these three formats that we hear: science fiction, anomaly, or the kind of a siddhi that we're warned away from. So what is it now that His Holiness Bhagavan Paramahamsa Shri Nithyananda, whom we call Swamiji, what is it that he's going to share with us in Shuddhadvaitam? The first thing I'd like to say is that it is not science fiction, and it's not the kind of anomaly that can't be reproduced. And it's not a siddhi. What Swamiji is about to share with us are Shaktis. Unlike the kinds of siddhis that a person has to do some kind of extreme ritual to achieve, or some kind of extreme inner work, something major, the Shaktis are an expression of the oneness we experience with Him. It's not something that we have to strive for, and it's not something we have to do hard work for. One of my favorite sayings from Swamiji, he says, instead of hard work, we should make smart decisions. In order to manifest a siddhi or to awaken a siddhi, there's a lot of hard work necessary. But in order to enjoy Swamiji's Shaktis, it's just a smart decision. Be integrated with him and experience that oneness. A lot of you might have heard recently of the initiations Swamiji is giving to those of us who can call ourselves the new species, those who are blessed to be here in Nithyananda Pitam, Bengaluru Adinam, especially the Balasants, the child saints of the Nithyananda Gurukul. If you've been following along the daily live satsang, the morning message, you will have heard many people share their excitement and their inspiration after having personally witnessed the manifestation of these Shaktis by the new species. The specific initiations Swamiji has given recently happened only after January 1st, 2017. On the 1st of this year, Swamiji described that this is the year to create a new species, and we are literally seeing it happen right before our eyes. The initiations that Swamiji has given include the initiation into the length dimension and the breadth dimension. During the time of Sadashiva 2016, Swamiji explained that all of existence is made up of 5-dimensional components: length, breadth, depth, time, and space. Now, in the length dimension, everything related to logic is found. That includes the answer to any mathematical equation, the distance between any 2 points in space, or the happening of anything in time, whatever can be calculated and scientifically proven. In order to demonstrate this Shakti, once he had initiated it into the Balasants, Swamiji invited a large group of us to ask them absolutely any question we want pertaining to mathematics and sciences. Now, most of these Balasants, they've never heard of trigonometry. They've never attempted algebra. They're not a group of students who are studying advanced mathematical concepts. And yet, when we wrote equations for them that even I wouldn't be able to solve if I was given hours of time and a textbook, they were simply going into that space of Advaita with Swamiji, with Sadashiva himself, and looking into something called a Krista Shila, an energized granite slab, spread with Jnananjana, the eyeliner of enlightenment, one of the spiritual alchemy products that Swamiji gave during Sadashivoham. And within less than 5 seconds, they were doing something that most scientists would deem impossible. They were solving equations that they didn't even understand. They were looking at 10-digit numbers multiplied by other 10-digit numbers divided by fractions and giving the accurate answer within as little as 5 seconds. They were identifying the surface temperature of distant stars they've never heard of before. They were telling us the exact time in any place on planet Earth that we named, instantly. And then if we asked the temperature of that place, they were also giving that instantly. For those of us who were asking these questions to the Balasants, this excitement was too huge. And then Swamiji really put it into context for us. He said that he himself didn't think that the length dimension would even be exciting, because it's just logic. But he can see how much our human minds, after a lifetime on planet Earth, have become impressed by logic, because that's basically all we experience in day-to-day reality. Instead of dwelling on this length, he moved them immediately into the next initiation, the dimension of breadth. Breadth includes not only that which is logical, but also that which is creative and artistic. That includes the involvement of the human mind. That means songs, dances, paintings, drawings, works of literary art, anything that a person has created. Amazingly, to express this Shakti, we could name any artist artists from the West that these balasants who were raised in India haven't heard of before. We could name works of art exhibited in museums they've never visited before. And just by naming the artist and saying, draw the picture by this person that I'm thinking of, they would take a pen and paper and start reproducing exactly that work of art. We were naming songs that are unknown to them, and they were humming the tunes. We were describing medical procedures, just saying the name of the procedure, and they would give us the step-by-step process to perform it. Beyond this, the next initiation is the initiation into the depth. It's in the depth dimension where Swamiji is telling us the real excitement can be found, because it's there that the powers of materialization, teleportation, and even the ability to move an object through the power of the mind, just through the will. I shouldn't say the power of the mind, I should say the Shakti of Shuddhadvaitam is going to really beautifully express. And it's already started expressing. Now, if all this sounds like something you'd also like to experience and enjoy, and something you'd like to understand further, we are very, very blessed to be here today, because Swamiji is going to open the doors about all of this and reveal what all of this actually is, all of these amazing Shaktis. But first, I'd like to introduce a little bit about Swamiji himself. Who is it who's able to bring us into this state of Sadashivoham? Who is it that's able to awaken these kinds of Shaktis? Before I say anything, I think we should watch one very beautiful video introducing Swamiji.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes Satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is Ganas, Shiva Ganas. Exactly the word Gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva Gana. All the Shiva Ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. When you choose your Guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach. Let us go on contributing.
In this beautiful clip, Swamiji says so sweetly, all of these powers can manifest when we experience oneness with Sadashiva himself. When we hear this, having experienced what we've experienced of Swamiji as Sadashiva, we can see that Swamiji is not only the new face of Hinduism, he is definitely the original face of Hinduism. And what a great blessing it is for all of us to be here, receiving the initiation into manifesting these Shaktis through him. Swamiji also mentions in this beautiful clip that we have the right to question our teachers. Now, typically, if somebody says they can initiate you into manifesting a power, you'll want to know under whose authority they can do that, and how they're certain that this is something helpful in life, and whether or not they've also experienced it, and whether or not they can really give it to us. We are so extremely fortunate that Sadashiva himself has come in the form of Swamiji, and he's already taken care of all this questioning for us. In a recent interview with Rajiv Malhotra ji, Swamiji explained that he puts everything he teaches to a very high standard of testing before he reveals it to us. And that is Shastra Pramana, Apta Pramana, Atma Pramana, and Sakshi Pramana. The Shastra Pramana means before Swamiji initiates us into manifesting a power, first he ensures that that power is revealed in the Shastras, which are the Vedas and the Agamas. Next, he ensures that the commentary made by the great Rishis and Munis correlates his own experience of these powers found in the Shastra. That's the Apta Pramana. His own Atma Pramana means he has personally experienced it in his life. And the Sakshi Pramana means that it can be successfully reproduced in a very scientific way into all of us. With this reassurance, knowing that there's nothing really more that we need to ask except for these curiosity questions and the excitement questions to find out what more all of this is, and how we can be ready in that space of Shuddhadvaita, in the space of oneness with Sadashiva himself, to experience it. I think there's nothing more to be said but how blessed are we? How lucky are we to be here now in this most exciting time? So without further ado, I'd like to very excitedly invite Swamiji himself, Sadashiva himself, to address us all. Thank you, Nithyanandam.
गुरुवररूपं ज्योतिस्वरूपं परमानन्दं
Nithyanandeshwara-samarambam Nithyanandeshwari-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome everyone sitting with us all over the world through two-way video conferencing, YouTube Live and Facebook Live, having Nayana Diksha for this Shuddhadvaitam, the Gateway to Extraordinary Powers webinar. Actually, this whole webinar is just these three statements. Listen, just these three statements. Listen to these three statements which I am going to make. That is the essence of this whole webinar. What I wanted to convey. I should say that is the essence of whole Shuddhadvaitam. I think I will not be wrong even if I make a statement. These three statements are the essence of the whole Sanatana Hindu Dharma. These three statements are fundamentals, so it will not be new for you. I just need to remind you and expand these three statements to you. First and foremost, you are ultimate even as you are now. Listen. Even if you think you are manifesting bondage, suffering, suffocation, ill health, all the wrong things, even if you think you are manifesting all the wrong things, suffocating things, constraining things, how can you be ultimate? Please understand. You are ultimate even when you think you are under bondage as you are now. Listen carefully, this first statement. Even if you think you are manifesting all the wrong things, poverty, lack of resources, lack of joy, lack of good relationships, lack of love, lack of completion, lack of health, whatever you may complain. Even if you think you are manifesting all this, how can you be ultimate? Listen to the statement. All this you are manifesting. So you can manifest what you want. First and foremost basic truth. I am not playing with words. Listen. I am not playing with words. Actually, I was born, I assumed body and brought myself up in a village atmosphere just to tell you guys a statement. I am not trained to play with words. Of course, I am trained to play with words, but not with words. I am not trained to play with words. Let me be very straight. The statements I am making are the absolute truth. If you understand this first statement, all the discussion goes on in Visishtadvaita, Advaita, Advaita, and Shuddhadvaitam, in all the philosophies of Hinduism, Shatdarshana, the concepts of Maya, does it exist eternally, or it comes and goes, or it never exists? All this discussion ends with this one statement. Even while you are under the Maya, you are ultimate because you manifest it. Manifested can never be more powerful than the manifester. Listen. Manifested can never be powerful than the manifested. So listen to this first statement. You are ultimate. Even when you think you are suffering, suffocating yourself by manifesting all the wrong things which you don't want in your life, with all your low self inner image, whatever you think you are manifesting wrongly, with all this, you are the ultimate. Understand? I mean, you are Sadashivoham, even if you are in Sadashogam. Understand? You are Sadashivoham, even if you are in Sadasogam. Because the Sogam you manifest. Ability to manifest makes you ultimate. The first statement I am making. You are the ultimate even when you think you are manifesting bondage, you are manifesting suffering, you are manifesting all the unnecessary things. Understand, this is the first hole I need to drill into your heart to do the great bypass surgery of manifesting powers in you. This is the first truth I need to drill into your heart. You are the ultimate even when you think you are manifesting bondage. Listen more carefully. Second statement. I am leading you to the second statement. Listen. And I request all of you to make these three statements as today's Facebook status for all of you. These three statements are Facebook status. First statement. You are the ultimate, not only when you are manifesting all the best right things, even when you are manifesting all the wrong things. Not only when you are manifesting powers, even when you are manifesting powerlessness. Because your ability to manifest makes you ultimate, not what you manifest. Understand? Listen. Your powers cannot be more powerful than you. Your powerlessness cannot be more powerful than you. Your powers cannot be more powerful than you because you manifest. Your powerlessness cannot be more powerful than you because you manifest. The source of manifestation can never be powerful than, it can never be, listen, the source of manifestation, you,
cannot be powerless than what is manifested. Source is always more powerful than what manifested. If you manifest poverty, poverty can never be more powerful than you who's manifested. You just need to know, need to decide to manifest what you want. No pattern, no root pattern can be stronger than the land on which it is rooted. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid to say, I have so many root patterns. Remember, I am the ground on which all these root patterns are rooted. They cannot be more powerful than me. They are grounded. They are rooted on me. You empower your root pattern. Remember, once more, you empower your root pattern. Basic truth. You are the ultimate, even when you manifest all the wrong things, because you manifest. You are manifesting. First statement. Second statement, listen. Listen to the second statement. Decision, will persistence. Decision, will persistence to manifest all the best things is the signs of power manifestation. Listen. Nothing else is needed to be done from your side. Listen to the second statement. Nothing else need to be done from your side other than will persistence. Decision to manifest powers. The second statement I am repeating. Nothing else need to be done from your side other than will persistence. Decision to manifest powers. That is the second statement. Third statement, listen. Listen carefully. Second statement I am repeating. Nothing else need to be done from your side other than simple will persistence and decision to manifest powers. Manifest your ultimate reality as you want to cherish. Actually, even if you are manifesting poverty, at one time you felt poverty is very cute and you decided to manifest, that is why you are manifesting. It is not imposed on you, you manifest it. If you are manifesting ill health, you felt at some time, you visualized it's too cute to be sick and getting attention of everyone. So that is why you manifest. If you are manifesting the victimhood mentality, at one time you enjoyed it, cherished it. That is why you are manifesting. Listen carefully. Everything you manifest, even now, you manifest so. Your decision to manifest what do you want. And will persistence is only required for you to manifest powers or whatever you want in your life. Listen. Third, Sadashiva is required in the form of the Guru just to make these first two statements as reality for you without you being distracted, disturbed by all other stupid theories and theologies. That's all. There will be so many people to tell you you are sinner, you are slave, you are ordinary, bound soul. To protect you from all of them, to defend you from all of them, to safeguard you from all those saviors. And to make this first two statement as your reality through Shakti Pada, only Sadashiva in the form of Guru is required. These three statements I am repeating. I wanted to repeat again and again. Maybe even if you guys repeat it 108 times, it will be good. First statement, you are the ultimate, even when you think you are manifesting wrong things in your life. Even if you think you are bound, you are suffering, you are being tortured, you are not in right way, even if you think you are suffering, even if you think you are bound, you are ultimate even when you think you are manifesting wrong things. First statement. Second, other than your simple will, your decision, will persistence, nothing else is required from your side to manifest ultimate Sadashivatva. See, I am using the word Sadashivatva because I experienced from that context. When I say the word Sadashivatva, Sadashiva, I mean ultimate. So listen. From your side, just simple will, persistence, will, decision. That's all required. And third statement. Sadashiva in the form of Guru is needed in your life just to make these two statements into reality and protect you from any other statements entering into your head and unnecessarily torturing you. To protect you. To protect you from all other wrong understandings, all other misunderstandings, all other wrong things. Understand? Sadashiva is required in the form of Guru in your life only to do Shaktini Pada, to make these two statements into reality. That's all. With these three statements, a sense of Hinduism, a sense of Shuddhadvaitam is in front of you. Now I will expand on these three statements. Listen. The first, foremost, you are the ultimate. Listen carefully. Many times people come and ask me, Swamiji, what is the problem? Why are you insisting so much on we are the ultimate? See, you say we are the ultimate, we have to manifest. Yogis say we are the ego, we need to reach the soul. Both are ultimately one and the same. Whether you feel you are the ultimate and you need to remove all the impurity, or you are the ego and you need to purify yourself and reach the ultimate soul, both are one and the same. No! Both are not one and the same. Both may be one and the same after you realize, but still I have not seen anybody who realized from the path that they are the ego and they have to become ultimate. Let me be very clear. Yado mat tato pat is wrong. With all my respects to Sri Ramakrishna, I am declaring, as many faiths, so many paths is wrong. Maybe the word is right, as many faith, so many paths, but all does not lead to the goal. I am adding, as many faiths, so many paths, but not all leads to the goal. You may ask, what is the wrong? What is the wrong? All one and the same. You say, we are ultimate and we just need to remove our powerlessness, and yogis say we are ego, just we need to dismantle all our impurities and reach the ultimate. Both are one and the same. No, it is not. Maybe in the end, after experiencing, both may be one and the same. I do not know. But where you are, from where you need to start, both ideas are not going to do the same to you. I am talking to you. I am not talking to show my panditya. I am talking to raise you where you need to be. Understand, all these fellows who talk samanvaya, listen. All these fellows who talk samanvaya, they are social peacekeeping gurus. Okay. They can use any technique, method to keep non-violence in the society. Samanvaya means all one and the same, all that. Yes, let them not declare themselves as spiritual guru. Let them declare very clearly, our goal is to keep the peace in the society and non-violence. So whatever we want, we blur. But that is not ultimate reality. I tell you. I want you to know, even with that so-called samanvaya, they will not be able to bring peace, because that is a basic fundamental lie. How can the paths which tell you are ego, you need to shed all your impurities and then you can realize you are ultimate, and the path which tells you are ultimate, you just need to remember and realize, and there are some books, paths teach, you just need to kill everyone who doesn't believe in you, then you will get ultimate. How can all these be same? Listen. They can be good social, moral, feel-good feelers. Even non-violence should be from oneness of Advaita, Shuddhadvaitam. That only will be permanent and eternal. I am not saying I am not interested in social peace. I am interested in social peace which comes from real oneness, which is permanent. Not based on the pseudo ideas, not based on the pseudo ideas. The pseudo, all one, same. Listen. What you believe in the beginning, what you are made to believe in the beginning, what you have been told in the beginning is very important. So the first statement, first principle given to you should be, you are ultimate even when you are manifesting things you don't want. This is the first principle. See, you will believe you are ultimate when you are manifesting all the things you want. For example, you want health, and if you are able to manifest health, you will just believe, you know, you are ultimate. But I am telling you, you are ultimate even when you are manifesting the things you don't want. Even when you are manifesting the so-called wrong things. You may have 100 questions. Come on, we will discuss. All those questions should be handled. You may ask, then why am I manifesting poverty? Why am I manifesting ill health? Why am I manifesting? That we will discuss next. I'll teach you not only why, how to get out of it. I'll give you all the answers. But fundamental truth is, you are ultimate even when you are manifesting Maya, delusion. Listen. If anybody says you are ego, you need to do all this, and realize soul, God, ultimate, Paramatma, run away from them. Just run away from them. That should not be the first principle you hear. That should not be first principle you hear. Do not have Shakti Nipada with them. Sometimes Shakti Nipada happens even by look. Don't see them. Kandu muttu kettu muttu. Even if you see them, abacharam. Talk to them, abacharam. Means even seeing, talking to them is not good. Listen. Other than the ultimate Shuddhadvaitam, nothing else can be the first principle. you need to clean up all the other first principles you learnt from the young age. You might have learnt you are a sinner and you are born due to somebody else's sin, done long, long before. I am going to continue to give apple forever to tell you apple is not sin. Apple babies are not sinners. The baby who is born after apple are not sinners, they are saints. Listen. The first principles you have been taught need to be cleared. That is the first statement's impact I want to tell you. Let me move to second statement. Listen. Actually, whatever you have now, at one point you felt all of them are cute to have. For some reason, right or wrong, you visualized your present life as cute to have, cute to be. And you forgot why you felt this will be cute to have. That forgetfulness makes you feel you are having something which you do not want, which is not true. Only if you know you are having something which you want, you will start having respect for your ability to want. Listen. You need to have respect towards your ability to will, and your will manifests. You have a deep doubt, hatred, denial towards your will. You can never believe your will can be reality. I should call it will doubt, will hatred, will denial. WHT, WDHT. Look in. Look in. This is one of the very important truth you need to know. Because of the delusion that you willed many times and it never became reality. Listen. Listen. This part of the webinar is too important. You feel you willed many times and it never became reality. Listen. 100 times you made a will, let me make dosas and eat. And you are making dosas and eating. Suddenly your taste changes after second dosa. And now you decide to make, let me make idli and eat. First time you made the will itself, you became too greedy that immediately you should start making idlis. No, 100 will you made for dosas. You made only 98 dosas you have to make. Until then you need to have a little patience for this idli to become reality. Understand, 100 times you made a will to have poverty. And you make a will, listen to this example. You make a will that poverty is too cute and such a simple life, sweet, sitting in a small hut in one corner of a river, just eating whatever comes on the way and lying down. Ah, what a cute life. I should live like this at least 100 years. You make 100 times a will to live 100 years like this. But when you start living, suddenly you don't feel comfortable with that life. By 1 year you are bored and now you want to make a will. I want to live a very rich life in palace. And second moment, if that will does not become reality and palace does not appear in front of you, you start doubting your will capacity. Fool! You willed to live 100 years in poverty. Now you are changing your will. I am not saying you have to live 100 years in poverty. At least give 100 hours for this new will to manifest. Not giving time for your change of heart and doubting your ability to will. I call it spiritual suicide. Listen. Not giving time for your will to manifest, not having will persistence for your will to manifest, and doubting the power of your will. Doubting the power of your will is spiritual suicide. Let me repeat once more. Let me repeat once more. Not giving enough persistence to your will, decision to change your life, change of heart you had, but coming to the conclusion that your will is not capable of changing your life is spiritual suicide. Will doubt, will hatred, will denial is self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. Your self is nothing but your will. Your will is your self. Your self is your will. Listen. Who? Listen. He who has control over his present controls his past and future. This statement is not only spiritually right, politically, socially, economically, in every field. Understand, in every field. Man who controls present controls past and future. Man who controls present rewrites past, recreates future. In any field, history, politics, economics, health, everywhere. Your absolute control over the present gives you absolute control over the past and future. Will is the present of yourself. Listen. Will, your ability to will, your trust on your will is your present self. You touch yourself only as your will. Understand? This Nandi, bull, may be so big, but I am touching it only on the spot where I am sitting on it. I am not touching this whole bull everywhere. The relationship between me and this Nandi is only the spot where I am touching it. Same way, the relationship between yourself and you is just your will. Will. Understand? Listen. Listen. Your ability to will is the only contact point between you and yourself. You may have huge electrical equipment, but only if the power is connected, it's going to work. The connection point is too important. Same way, you may have Sadashiva himself as yourself, but the connection point is your ability to will. All will doubt means doubting your ability to will, hating your ability to will, denying your ability to will. Many times, even to will, you will have so much of hatred, because all your past sufferings, failures, suffocations will just stand up in front of you and constantly tell you, you can't will and it will not happen. Which is not true. Understand, if you willed and did not happen, that need to be clearly analyzed and post-mortem need to be done. You need to know the right reason why it did not happen. Not because your willpower did not work. There are other reasons, like already you willed something and that is going on, happening. And only now you changed. You need to give a little time and persistence for the change to happen. You need to know the right reasons why your past will did not become reality. Only then you will not lose trust over your ability to will. You losing trust over your ability to will is spiritual suicide. Spiritual suicide. I tell you, most of you have hurt yourself so much by wrong understandings, delusions. Oh, you don't know, Swamiji, I willed, but it never happened. Did I will for this kind of spouse? Yes. Listen. Listen. Healing with right understandings, recovering the abusals you have done to your ability to will is the most important blessing you can receive from Guru as Shaktinipada. And I tell you, I commit with you, I'll bring that healing to you. Just understand what I am saying with a little sympathy. Little sympathy. Listen to what I am saying with a little sympathy. Listen. Understand this example. Everything you are manifesting now, you willed it earlier for some other reason. But when you are living, suddenly you do not like that for some other reason. And now you are changing your heart, your will, your decision. You just need to be little more will persisting in this new decision for the old situation to become new. You decided to have root pattern. Now you decided to have powers. You need to have little will persistence for root patterns to get converted into powers, the root to become fruit. You can't say, because it is taking few days, oh, this tree is useless. This tree will not work. You can't say, this tree is useless. This tree cannot give fruit. No. Your will is the tree which can give any fruit. That is kalpataru. Meaning of the word kalpataru itself, kalpataru, will tree. Understand, your will is will tree, kalpataru. Your will is the real kalpataru. Third statement. Let me move to the third statement. I have received a quotation from Amba Swami. Very beautiful quotation. I'll read out to you guys. Yatne krite yadina siddhyati kotra doshaha. Meaning, it's actually from Bhadruhari, a great saint. He says, if you willed and it is not happening, dig deep and find what is the fault inside, not on the willpower. Bhadruhari is one of the great poet saint of Hinduism. I also want to tell you guys, I am choosing 108 aptas and 1008 saints from Hinduism. See, 108 aptas. Apta means exemplars. Great incarnations like Krishna, Rama, and Maschendranatha, Goraknatha, Patanjali. Like these 108 exemplars, aptas, and 1008 great saints like Kabir Dasa, Tulsi, Bhadrahari, Arunagiri. Arunagiri Nadar, one saint lived in Tiruvannamalai, not Arunagiri Yogishwara. He is Sadashiva himself. I am saying Arunagiri Nadar. These saints, 1008 saints and 108 exemplars, aptas. So 108 and 1008, both of them are going to have shrines in Bidadi campus. With their deities, with their forms, want to have shrine dedicated to all of them, and especially to teach my kids, my balasans, about the glory of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Now coming to the third statement, listen. Actually, the third statement means, let me be very frank, if I have to expand on the third statement is Sadashiva comes down as Guru, just to make the first two statements as the reality for you, protecting and defending you from all other stupid statements. Because all other stupid statements look very, very close to your heart. If somebody says, you are a sinner, that is why you are suffering, it immediately appeals. Yes. Very logical. Somebody comes and says, no, you are not a sinner, but you are egoistic, that is why you are suffering. You need to drop the ego and get into the soul. Then immediately it appeals. Somebody comes and says, no, you are a slave. You are suffering because you are not an obedient slave. Just be obedient slave and do what is supposed to be done. Kill everyone who is not slave. And that is when your suffering will go away. Then it very appeals. Listen. Appealing does not mean truth. Appealing does not mean truth. So, to protect you from all these so-called appealing ideas, help you, support you to manifest. Help you, support you to manifest. The first two statements, reality. Just for that, Guru happens in your life. Actually, meaning of the third statement is, don't worry, whether you understand or not, I will make all this into your reality. Just have little sympathy and listen, or try to listen, that is enough. Through Shakti Nipada, I'll make all this into your reality. That is what is the explanation of the third statement. Third statement does not have any other explanation. You heard in the introduction Swarupa Priya telling, length, breadth, depth, dimensions are being manifested. From the Sadashivoham initiation. Actually, day 1, Sadashiva's darshan. From that day, the whole Hara center. See, Hara center is from below the Manipuraga, navel center, and above the Swadhisthana. That area is called Hara center. Why it is called Hara? Hara means life of the universe. That is why we call Sadashiva as Hara. Hara means life of the universe. The space between heart and navel, that's called Anandagandha. Space between Manipuraga and Swadhisthana is Hara. My Hara center is vibrating in the same frequency of Sadashiva. Life of the universe continuously. It always used to vibrate is different. Now literally, in unmanageable way, it's vibrating. That is why every day I am seeing new powers are manifesting, and I am already successful making balasans do materialization. Materialization is done deal. So by that time, Shivaratri means February 24th, in next few days. My plan is to make at least 50 or 100 balasans. They will be able to materialize Vibhuti or Kumkum and give you as prasadam when you come for Shivaratri. And I also wanted to complete with all the devotees all over India who are expecting me for the house visit, Kalpatar Yatra. I want to complete with you all. I want to tell you, surely I am going to come. I am not cancelling the trip. I am coming. I am coming. I am coming for Kashi Rameshwaram Kalpatar Yatra. I just want to complete with you all for the delay. My original plan was to start on January 3rd. Now I am postponing, and I am not even able to tell how many days I have to postpone, because this frequency, this vibration is so high, so intense. I want to use this time to sit and initiate all the Nithyananda Yogam participants and Balasans and all the Adinavasis who are here. Actually, whoever is in the campus now, you guys are all blessed. You are all blessed. See, a man who earns in thousands, when he gives dana, he may give maximum in 100. The man who earns in lakhs, when he gives dana, he may give in thousands. The man who earns in millions, he may give dana in lakhs. The man who earns in trillions, even his dana will be in billions. Here I am not even giving dana, I am just multiplying. Understand? I am not giving dana, I am just multiplying. The intense Shakti Nipada happening. The sparrows in the courtyard or mastering the length and breadth dimensions. Ask them any maths, they will exactly drop that many rice on you. They will answer you. The sparrows in the courtyard are getting initiated. If you are in this campus during these moments, you are extremely blessed. Actually, I thought yesterday the Uttarayanam, the Uttarayana Punyakala, that means very auspicious time, has started, and Bhishma waited for Uttarayana only to leave the body. Yesterday morning Uttarayana started. Actually, day before yesterday. Yesterday is a Pongal. Bogi day itself Uttarayana started. Because one day before it starts, to settle, it takes 21 hours. Uttarayana has already started. I thought once the Uttarayana starts, it will settle down. I am seeing it's exploding more and more. Today I am going to make at least 20-25 kids materialize. Actually, materializing is nothing but 3D printing. How in 3D printing, you just visualize and take it out. Like that, they will visualize in the depth, in the space and time, they'll just touch and take it out and give it to you. Now, I am not lying or over promising. I am talking about it because already last 2 days it is happening. I already initiated a Balasant. Sudareshwara I initiated. I told him 10 places, note down and write down what you want to materialize in each place. And go to my depth means into me, into my space, which is one and the same for him. And from there, just bless, give 21 minutes. After that, go to all the 10 places and check. Take photograph and bring it to me. Not only the first shot of 10 places is absolutely successful, he did this 3 times, again and again. All 3 times absolutely 100% successful. Actually, yesterday night he said, Swamiji, I am ready to do demo today in the webinar. I only said, always let demo be done with batch. See, I wanted always a batch of Balasans to do demo to establish the truth. It is a science. It is not monopoly. It is not given to one person or it does not belong to one. Just to make sure that statement is maintained. I told him, let there be more kids. Let's present as a batch. Otherwise, he is ready to do demo now. Yesterday night, he came and told me, Swamiji, I am ready for a demo, depth demo. You tell me, if you give me order, tomorrow morning in the webinar, I will do it. I only said, let more kids evolve. Let more Balasans do it. And understand, Shaktini Pada is all you require, nothing else to manifest powers. How to have Shaktini Pada? That's the next question. Every morning, don't miss satsang. Come to satsang and sit. During that satsang time, whether I am live are recorded. I am alive. Understand, sometimes I am live. Actually, we should say live satsang, alive satsang. It should not be called recorded satsang anymore. Live satsang or alive satsang. Come and sit on the satsang time. That is the only requirement. It all boils down to one. Every morning satsang. Means the satsang time of Bangalore Adinam. Whatever time it is in your zone, sit same. Listen. For example, if it is morning 8 o'clock, 8:30 here. In Los Angeles, it may be evening 8:30. So, sit while satsang is going on here. Not, oh, if it is morning 8:30 in India, we will also sit morning 8:30 of our time. No. If it is morning 8:30 in India, Bangalore Adinam, same time. Whichever country, whichever part of the world you are living, the same time, sit and listen. Whether live satsang or alive satsang, that is Shaktini Pada. Shaktini Pada. And Shaktini Pada alone is enough to make you manifest, live, experience, express, manifest the state, space and powers of Sadashiva. Essence of Shuddhadvaitam. Powers are available to you. Shaktini Pada is the way, and Satsang is Shaktini Pada. As many days as possible. I should say, don't miss even a day. Let Shaktini Pada be your spiritual food. Let Satsang be your spiritual food. And so 3 statements. You are, first statement, you are the ultimate, even when you think you are manifesting things which is unnecessary, which you don't want. Second, listen very carefully. You need only your will, decision, will, persistence to manifest powers and whatever you want. Third, Sadashiva comes to you as Guru to make these first 2 statements as your reality. That's all. That's all. With this, I think I have conveyed the essence, and This time Shivaratri is going to be real Sadashivaratri. And if you have missed Sadashivaham, don't miss this time. February Inner Awakening and Sadashivaham, be here. Don't even ask what is the difference. If you want to ask that question, ask the Nithyananda Yogam participants, what is the difference? They will tell you what is going on in courtyard. The courtyard chronicles will tell you what's going on. So, with this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saivam, Sadashivoham. The eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.